Hey there, Tenno. I'm Shadow Scythe, and today we're going to be wrapping up the Stalker's weapons when we get locked and loaded with the Dread. Now, if you guys have seen one of my many videos on, or one of my many locked and loaded videos, especially ones where I'm talking about like my favorite primary weapons and whatnot, then you guys probably know that the Dread is hands down my favorite primary weapon to use. Ain't nothing special about it. It just happens to be the weapon that I like using the most. And while under normal circumstances, yes, it does have a disadvantage against the Grineer, being that it is primarily slash damage to their armor, to ferrite armor. If you have anything modded for corrosive to strip that, or in the case of just having a Kavat with the right mod equipped, you can strip that armor off and then disadvantage gone.
Have no honor.
As you can clearly see.
Relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? You're near a fissure. They're dropping reactant.
And this is like, granted,
you are going to need
the charge times on bows are always to be desired, with the exception of the Raktasurnos, of course.
Time to break in.
Wait, what? I didn't know I could actually get down here. I'm shocked about that one. And yes, I am not showing the Dread off in the OG Stalker colors, just because I did that with... Don't remember if I did it with the War. I know I did it with the Hate and the Despair.
Override successful. Let's get going.
So I didn't really want to do that again, just because I tend to use it more in my colors anyway. So why would I show it off in a color scheme that I don't regularly use?
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
But you can see that, although, yes, these are like super low enemies, it's actually doing a fairly decent thing, even without my Kavat stripping their armor. And those crit numbers are just fucking beautiful. Well, majority of them are. You're seeing like, you are seeing some like triple digit ones that I'm like, why the fuck am I even getting something that low? And then like at the bare minimum, you're seeing 16,000 plus crits. That one actually had its armor stripped off. You and you.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
I'm not even gonna go into how fucking stupid that was, that I was literally looking right at him. And, oh, yeah, we're not gonna let you hit. But let's get out of here and I'll jump into the simulacrum really quick. Also, let's see what they gave me. They gave me a Fang Prime blueprint. Yay! Just what I always wanted. Not really. Honestly, I don't even like the Fang Prime. Oh, and yes, as you can see, I run a Naramon lens on my Dread. Naramon was literally the first focus school that I ever picked, and it is still hands down one of my go-tos. But let's go into the relay. And then right up to Samaris. But then this way I can actually put some tougher enemies in and actually show off, or show the effectiveness of the build. Fast travel, Samaris. And right into the simulacrum. Alright. So here's what we are going to do. Let's throw in a Corpus Tech. I'll put him at the max rank that I can, which is 150. And we will simulate. Alright, there's the Corpus Tech. And you can see just how hard it's actually hitting. Corpus Tech, down. And a single shot drops a Shield Osprey. That's good to know. Fill up the ammo. Let's deselect you, and let's throw in an Ancient Healer. Simulate. This time without the shields. Whew. 2 shots versus the 5 or 6 it took me with the Ancient Healer, or with the Corpus Tech. Now, just for the hell of it, let's do a not an Eximus, no. We'll do a Bombard. Very, very negligible damage. So what I'm going to do is... Okay. There we go. Turn on Warframe invincibility. You're going to resimulate. Oh, there's 2 of you assholes now. So I kind of need my cat to come here so that we can rend the armor. Like so. 2 shots. 1 shot. Right to his face. The problem with Grineer is that, with the exception of like heavy gunners, ballistas, and butchers, their heads are kind of covered with that fucking armor. So unless you're actually using a sniper or just some form of weapon zoom, it doesn't quite catch them. Anyway, you just saw that with a Bombard. Now let's go into with a corrupted Bombard. Simulate. Nothing. Or pretty much close to nothing. Alright. If that would have been a headshot right from the get-go, it probably would have been a single hit. Of course, you guys also should know by now, if you're a veteran player, the Dread is probably probably one of the most argued as the strongest bow in the game. Now, in light of how the community has taken to the lens, it's more than likely the Dread has been dethroned. At least for everybody that doesn't have, or at least for everyone who doesn't have eyes for the more traditional thing. The lens doesn't do it for me. The Dread, on the other hand, has and always will. Anyway, here it, and now if you guys are seeing my stats and are wondering why the fuck is there electricity damage on there, this is why there's electricity damage right there. Dread Vexia Critta, crit damage, electricity damage, fire rate, and weapon recoil. Granted, the weapon recoil does absolutely fucking nothing on a bow. It's beautiful. And yes, I'm not using... I probably could be doing something better in terms of... Oh no, I am using Vital Sense. So altogether, I've got damn near 200% crit damage. Shred to give it punch through, Serration, Split Chamber, and Fanged Fuselage. Well, Serration and Split Chamber to raise the damage, Fanged Fuselage to target specifically slash. And as you can see, I put 4 Forma into this bad boy. About the only thing that I could do to make this any stronger, other than trying to reroll and get better stats on my Riven mod, is throwing another Forma in here, and then dropping Terminal Velocity in favor of Heavy Caliber. I mean, hands down, it's a pretty straightforward build with a 6.2x crit multiplier, which... that's the first time I actually looked at my crit multiplier on this, and whoo, that's a nice hefty crit. But it's really nothing special, and if you fought the Stalker, then more than likely you've gotten the Dread, as it is literally his most common drop out of his weapons. And if you haven't, it's no big deal. You'll get it eventually. If not, you can always pick up the What Stalker pack in the marketplace. I do believe the What Stalker pack is around 800 plat. I very well might be wrong on that. Or it's also possible that they changed the changed how much it costs in total. Let's take a look. Be under bundles. No. Where are you? My luck, I probably went over it. Without even... oh, no, right there. What's Stalker? Nope, 800... it is 800 plat, but it gives you the Dread, the Despair, the Hate, and the Smoke color palette. So you get all of Stalker's original weapons, plus his signature colors. But that's really all that I have to show you guys. It's a pretty straightforward thing, but I wanted to show you how effective it can be against the 4 enemy types. Or the 4 common enemy types. I'm not going to throw it against, like, special cases such as a boss or a sentient. But, thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, the continued support that you guys give means the world to me. And I'm really sorry about not streaming yesterday. Like I said, with everything that's been going on these past couple of weeks, it's just been so hectic for me to actually try to find time to stream. Or if I do have the time to stream, I don't have the energy because I've been running on literally like 2 hours of sleep. Once I can actually get everything back on track and not and out of hell in a handbasket, I will definitely resume streaming. However, YouTube is here to stay. The only way that I will be taking a break from YouTube is if, for whatever reason, I'm not going to be home for a couple of days. And if I know enough about that ahead of time, I'm actually going to schedule uploads specifically for you guys so that I don't miss the days. But if you like this video for whatever reason, hit that like button and subscribe. If not, be sure to check out some of the other videos on my channel. There's bound to be something there that you'll like. You can follow me on Twitter or player.me to stay up to date with all things related to YouTube, Twitch, and IRL, and anything that might be causing delays or cancellations among those. And then, if you guys would like to help support the channel in any way, shape, or form, be sure to check out the game list link in the description box below. Any support that you guys give is greatly appreciated, however it is not necessary. And until next time, Tenno, stick to the shadows.